Question 1. What benefits the public transport brings to the world? From a point of view, the public transportations have brought many benefits to our societies. One of them is that it's helped people spend cheaper on transportations, like because of the price of tickets to travel by bus is much more cheaper than the monies and annual monies to pay for the car cleaning service. So people can spend less money on those things, and they can think about spending money on other stuff. Another thing is that transportation also help the environment, because bus emit the same amount of gas, but they can transport more person, but they also reduce the amount of gas to the environment if all people go by bus. So the environment can be safe and can be safer, and besides can be less polluted in air. Question 2. Is it too late for people to get their driver license at the age of 18? I think that from a point of view, I totally disagree with these ideas due to some reason. One of the first reasons is that 18 is appropriate age for people to gain their driver's license due to some reason. One of them is that at this age, people can have enough knowledge about the traffic laws, because they have know what drawbacks they can do if they drive too much carelessly, and if they don't obey the rules. The people at the 18 can have more general views about obeying the traffic law. Another reason is that at this age, people can have enough strength and mind to drive their vehicles. That's because at this age, people can know how to drive the motorbikes or cars, to drive the cars and the motorbike truthfully, so that they can we can ensure about the safety when they drive on the road. Question 3. What qualities does a driver need to have? In my opinion, a driver needs to have a high concentration. Especially those who drive the buses, because they are having millions of lives just in their cars. They have to have high concentration to drive carefully, so that they won't cause any accidents to take away those lives. Another qualities that those drivers need to have is that they have to get a clear mind of obeying the traffic rules. Many accidents occur because people or less knowledge or maybe ignorance of traffic laws lead to many unnecessary and really terrible accidents. So driver needs to have to obey the traffic rules orderly, and they don't argue back anything. Question 4. Do you think the government should make it a rule for everyone to use public transport? I think this law is not really necessary due to some reason. One of them is that not everyone is comfortable with traveling on the bus. Some people feel uncomfortable with the atmosphere inside the bus, which can make them feel not really comfortable and really hate it. And besides, the other bus, there are also many things that many small crime criminals like mockers or the pickpocketers. So people don't like it. So they would love to have them to gain themselves private vehicles to go instead of going on a bus. Question 5. Which jobs require people to good at driving? I think there are many things that I think that drivers is mostly the jobs that require people to have a good skills in driving. Some drivers, like bus drivers, need to be good at their skills to drive because they are transport many lives to a locations. So they have to be good at these skills to ensure that all of their passengers are safe. And other drivers that need to have a good skill in driving is the product transportation drivers. As they have to transport many valuable stuff, they have to carefully drive it, not to make it broken, not to make it become broken or anything, or be damaged. So the sellers can be more happy and can sell product more. Question 6. Do you see driverless cars as the future of cars? In my opinion, I totally agree with this statement due to some reason. One of them is that driverless cars have become more popular recently. People have become more interested in those cars, not only in their design, but also in their functions. It's helped people to gain more time to think about other stuff, while the cars would transport themselves to the location they need to be at. And another reason is that those cars has become cheaper and cheaper due to many scientists have find an economic way to make those cars work instead of running on those expensive electronic sources. So people can be more interested and want to buy it instead of buying the old gasoline-based cars. Thank you for listening.